Hi, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to my channel. My name still remains James Kenneth, and this is, of course, St.JamesCrypto. Big moves in the crypto market ongoing. Of course, there we're going to talk about one of the two cryptos that I'm intrigued about to see what they might bring in the upcoming weeks. And speaking about XPIN and Crepe. Now, looking at the general crypto market for today, Monday, the 27th of October, and of course, looking at all the assets and what they can bring to the table, I would say, first of all, from the biggest asset in crypto, talking about the Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is up over 115,000. Now, we're going to see where it will move up to. Can it go up all the way to 120, 25,000, where it's all-time high? Maybe. Of course, we know from statistics and from data that, of course, October is always a green month for crypto. And looking at this month of October, we're about to end. I think we might be ending the month of October in all green candle. Now, having talked about that, we are also going to see, of course, what are we expecting into the month of November. I won't be so quick to be going over, going over myself, because I know some of us were interested to know, of course, what the month of October might be holding for us. So, talk about right now, looking at the market, everything turned green. The big, like the top 20 crypto, they're all moving gradually to the upside. Bitcoin, like I said earlier, regaining 115, moving to 116,000. Yeah, it's such a big move for Bitcoin. Why? Because the market has been down all the way for Bitcoin, like almost a week now. Now, will it recover today, getting to 117, 180,000? Yeah, we still have some couple of hours left for the day. Yeah, talking about here, Central Europe, Berlin time. It's almost midday. Now, of course, looking at what is happening, of course, for the crypto RSI, yeah, we're sitting about talking about a bit neutral, where we're in that neutral position, not overbought, not oversold. Then talk about all season index. I think we can't say we're 100% in the hot season because we still have more Bitcoin dominance. Then, of course, fear and greed, neutral. So the market's a little bit kind of neutral, of course. But what we see right now, all the cryptos recovering from that heat that they had in that was 2 or 3 weeks ago. Then, when you talk about, ladies and gentlemen, the altcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, Solana, um, and of course, I would say Cardano. Yeah, I would say Cardano. So if you look at this altcoin, are they ready to make moves, big moves to the upside in the upcoming week? We saw what BNB has already had, and we did continue in that move. We're going to see how the market play out between tomorrow and Wednesday. Okay, because midweek always shows us like how the market would be ready to, to the deviation of the market, either pump or either a kind of dump position. Now, talking about the altcoin, um, I wouldn't say for now that, of course, we are 100% going to flip into altcoin season now, because, of course, we are waiting for a lot of momentum for the market, like, for example, the Fed meeting, the rate cut. We're waiting for, of course, on Donald Trump, because, of course, we know what the tariffs are doing in the market. Then we're also going to talk about, look at what could also affect the market. Big news, talking about what is happening in the Middle East, because these are the factors that, all, of course, we would play out in this bull run. So, but I'm expecting the bull markets to like come into, its full force, let's say entering into the last week, into the last days of this month of October, and of course, looking into the November. November, as we know, according to stats, is always, of course, a huge month for, for crypto. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Crepe and XPIN. Those two cryptos, I believe, they are relatively new cryptos, and of course, I'm looking forward for a huge adoption, and of course, for price movements to the upside. Why am I talking about these two cryptos? Because first of all, Crepe, just like Shiba and just like Doge, is one of course, a meme coin that is actually gaining momentum in this space. You know, a lot of stuff have been going on Crepe, like unusual, like Shiba and Doge. This coin is gaining a quick momentum, fast acceleration, community recognition, and of course, we are seeing a lot of things playing out for the crypto. Now, of course, we also see that uh, unlike Shiba, it has lower coin in circulation, and of course, we can see that the rate of the movements of the token, I mean, when it starts running, it runs higher. So that's why I'm also looking at this, of course, but we see that Crepe right now, Crepe and XPIN, they are all, having a kind of drawback. Now, ladies and gentlemen, of course, when we see drawbacks like this is a time for us to be loading. And of course, it's not my financial advice. Please do your own research. We advise people to do what we call DCA, dollar cost average, to know how to navigate the crypto market and to know, of course, when to buy or when to sell. So it is not advisable to give, of course, to tell you that you could buy now or you could sell now. But what I see that there's a huge opportunity in the market, and of course, people like us, we would like to DCA. Now, having said all that, look at what is happening right now. The market flip green, both XPIN and Crepe are, experiencing a kind of price correction. I won't say this is a dump, I say price correction. And some of the big other projects, of course, are experiencing the same thing. For example, even Avalanche had a price correction, Sui had a price correction. And of course, these crypto are over billions and billions of market cap compared to both XPIN and Crepe. So you would want to like dollar cost average DCA. Why? Because we know that this correction won't last long. At least let's see what today, the end of today bring and what we'll see tomorrow. For those investors who are also complaining about the price dumping, I'm laughing because somebody's just saying, yeah, the prices are dropping angrily. Yeah. You shouldn't worry. Of course, we know when the price corrects for meme coin or for upcoming altcoin, it's always aggressive. It dumps heavily. But of course, you shouldn't worry. Why? Because we know that once the correction is over, we're going to see a very, very quick, movement to the upside. The upside is going to be like a slingshot. Now, I predicting for the ending of October, of course, Crepe should be dropping 1-0, and of course, XPIN moving to that 1 cent mark. But of course, I'm only just giving my insight on this crypto. So if you like what I do, you're watching for the first time, please like, subscribe, especially those of you in the household of faith in the Christian crypto community. I also want you to like, subscribe, and follow my channel. Of course, let me know what you think. Leave your comments in the comment section below. And of course, those of you who are having problem on how to navigate crypto market, get into project, this is your best time for you to link up with me, link up with the channel. Of course, subscribe to our Telegram channel. Subscribe to my YouTube premium membership for a kind of relation with me, communication with us at the Christian Crypto Community channel, for you to receive insight, guidance on different projects, of course, in this bull market. So having said all that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to click out. See you on the next one, and bye. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Bye-bye.